Hey everybody, Coach22 here with Oath League, and today we're going to take a quick look at our Overwatch settings to make sure that we have everything set up optimally for competitive play. To start, I'm just going to hit this options button and make sure I'm under the video tab. The very top option here says display mode, and you can see I have that selected to full screen. It is very important that when you play a match, you are on the full screen option and not windowed or borderless windowed. Going on to resolution, you can see that Overwatch does a good job of selecting the correct scaling, which in my case and in most cases is going to be 1920 by 1080. Now one thing that you should ensure is that the correct number is displayed here in these parentheses, and that is the number of the refresh rate of your monitor. I have a 144Hz monitor, so I have it selected at 144. However, the default option for you may be lower, and it is important that you change this to the highest option available. If you only have a 60Hz monitor, 60 is going to be the highest option available for you, and that will work just fine in your case. Whatever the case, once you know the number in parentheses, let's come down here to this Limit FPS option and select Custom. With it on Custom, you now have the option to set the custom FPS limit, and you're going to want to turn that to the exact number that your your refresh rate is. Again, mine is 144, so I have it set to 144, but if yours was 60, you could lower it down to 60 for your case. Now with that set up correctly, we can go and check out our graphics quality. Now this is very important. Even a professional player who has a very expensive computer is going to have their graphics quality set to low. And this is good because in the Overwatch game, it's mostly about your frames per second that's going to determine your experience. Graphics quality being on Ultra might look a little bit prettier, but really the game is still very playable and a very good experience on low settings. I'll take a second here so you guys can look over these settings, maybe take a screenshot here and just make sure that all of your settings are exactly the same in Overwatch. These are definitely settings that I would recommend to get the most FPS that you can. You could also afford to go a little bit lower on the texture quality or the render scale, but I like to have these here because this does make the image look crisp and does increase the playability a little bit. Now the last thing I want to do under this video tab is go and check out our performance stats. If you hit the plus sign under advanced performance stats, you can select which performance stats that you would like to show. I personally recommend that you show your frame rate, you show your network latency, and you show your GPU temperature. By having these three things on, you just get a good insight into how your computer's doing. It lets you monitor your FPS, monitor the temperature of your computer, and monitor your ping, otherwise known as network latency. That way, when something does go wrong, you know exactly what the issue is, and that can help you troubleshoot things in the future. Well guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope everybody was able to get their settings put up correctly so that they get the best optimal gaming experience in Overwatch. And I encourage everybody to keep an eye out on the Oath channel. We plan to launch more tips and trick videos or maybe some highlight reels with some of our great players popping off, and we are excited to get those videos out to you, so keep an eye out for those, and we will see you next time.